Welcome to the episode number 2 of SolidWorks Simple Design video series. We are going to continue with the plastic man we started on the first episode. To do that, we are going to access to the design library, go to our binder, which in my case is named SolidWorks Tutorial, and open the file named Plastic Man. Now, I'm going to show you how to edit features. There are two ways to do this. The first way is to suppress the feature. You just need to right-click and then click on Suppress. The advantage of this is that you can unsuppress this later if you want to. But this is difficult to manage at the beginning because when you suppress a feature, it might be linked to another features, and then when you unsuppress it, you will have a mess. Since this is a beginner video, we are going to stick with the second option. The second way is to directly delete it. To do that, you have to right-click and then click on Delete. We're gonna say yes. As you can see, the feature is gone, but the sketch is still there. This is because the sketch and the type of feature we applied to it are two whole different things. Let's go ahead and delete this sketch too. We don't need it anymore. As you can see, at the beginning, I made a chamfer operation, but I changed my mind, and now I want a fillet. Since this type of feature does not need a sketch, I just apply it to the edges of the cylinder, so if I delete it, it will be gone completely. Now, I will go to the fillet operation and apply it on the edges of 3 millimeters. Now, another thing I want to show you is how to edit the current sketch. That of your, for example, in my case of this operation named bus strut. Okay, if you just click on it, then you will find that you can edit the diameter of the cylinder as well as the height. If I double click on it and then write, I don't know, 30 and say, okay. As you can see, the diameter is still 50 millimeters. So why it says here 30 and here 50? It's because if you can see here a symbol appeared. What it means is that this model here has to be reconstructed. To do that, in the top of your screen, you will find this that says Rebuild. So we're gonna click on it. And now it has a diameter of 30 millimeters. So that's a way to do it. But another one is to right-click on the operation and click on the one that says Edit Sketch or Edit Feature. We're going to edit the sketch and we're going to change it to 40. When I edit directly the sketch, it automatically rebuilds, so the changes are seen immediately. Also, if I want to, I can edit the feature and change its height to 25 or maybe to 50, whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it in 25 and I'm gonna click OK. Okay, now I've edited. I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna leave it in 30 millimeters. Great. Now I finally finished editing the part. Let's go ahead and create the plastic man's face. Okay, To start our plastic man face, we're going to use one of the planes that we had from the beginning. We use the top plane to make the circle and then create a cylinder. Now we're going to use the front plane to make the face. As you can see, if I just click on the front plane, then this palette will appear. If I click on a sketch, I can start immediately writing a sketch down. But another way to do it is to go again on the Sketch tab and click on Sketch. But as you can see, now it's different because all the planes just don't appear. So what can we do is to click on this little arrow over here and then click on front plane. And we'll be starting our sketch. So there are two ways to do it, okay? Now, what will we do is to create a face. To create it, I will write 2 circles and this straight slot over here by just clicking on any space. Then horizontally, as you can see, relationships of a sketch can be created automatically. One of them is horizontal. So whenever a symbol of color yellow appears, like that over there, that line means horizontal. And if I go right here, then vertical appears and also coincident appears, okay? So we're gonna make it horizontal to make an automatic horizontal relationship. As you can see, it has been created. What it means is that I will not be able to change its angle of this line, okay? So I kind of have this little face over here. It's a little weird right now, but when we finish editing it, it will be better. Okay, for these two to be on an horizontal line and then align the center with this point of origin, I'm going to create a constructed line. To do this, in the palette of lines, if I click on this arrow, here I will find line, center line, and midpoint line. We will be using center line. And we're going to click on the center of the circle and on the center of this other circle to create a relationship with these points, middle points of the circles, okay? So whenever I move the circle, then the line moves too, as you can see. I'm gonna make this line horizontal. And as you can see the difference, these lines that are here that have little dots are concentric lines. And these are normal lines or defined lines. So the difference is that this one does not affect in the feature when I make it. They're only for reference lines, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and if I click on this line over here and then click on this middle point, then I can relate it to the point of origin with Control, then click and make it vertical. Now my central point of this line is on the center. So whenever I move to the right, this one, it moves automatically to the left, the other point of the line, because now it is in the middle, okay? We're gonna do the same with this other center line. We're gonna make it vertical too. And as you can see, always the first step will be to make relationships, okay? These little green symbols here are relationships that are made in the sketch. The objective is for you to make relationships so you don't have to fully define your sketch only using smart dimension, okay? Because then you will have a lot of dimensions on your sketch and that's not a good practice, okay? So right now it's still underdefined, even though I already made these relationships. So I'm going to go ahead and use some smart dimension. And I'm gonna start by making this dimension over here, maybe 14 millimeters. And adding the diameter of maybe 2. 14 is too much, so I'm gonna go 10 millimeters. Or even less, maybe 8. Okay, great. And the size, I'm gonna make it, 14. And I'm gonna add the diameter of the circle of 5 millimeters. And I could also add a diameter here, but there is a nice relationship that can make my circles equal. So if I click on the first circle, then Control, and then in the second circle, I will find these different relationships. I'm gonna use make equal. Now, both of them are the same diameter. Okay, now I want it to be like over that. So I'm gonna make a dimension for the height. That's going to be 18. And also the separation of the eyes, which will be 16. Okay. Now that I have the face and it's fully defined, as you can see here below, fully defined, I will go ahead and use an operation to extrude it in this face, okay? So, to do that, I'm going to go out of the sketch and then go to the Features tab, and I'm going to use the wrap operation. Okay, in the wrap operation, you have 3 options: emboss, deboss, and scribe. We're gonna do this at first, deboss, only to show you how it works. It's actually here 1 millimeters. We're gonna leave it like that. And to select the sketch, it has already been selected, so we're just left by choosing the face. I'm gonna click on it. And then my face is going to be projected on the cylinder. So I can write reverse direction or leave it where it is. I'm gonna leave it where it is because I like there. So I'm gonna say, okay. And as you can see with the boss option, this little cut has been done. But if I edit it and then click on emboss, then it will be like the eyes and the mouth are going out of my cylinder. It's because it's extruding this sketch. We're gonna go and cut it, okay? So it's gonna appear like this. Excellent. Now we have already made our face of this little plastic man. So we're gonna save it and then we're going to continue in the next video.